In the scorching desert town of Ashwood, where the sun dipped into the horizon like a burning ember, a young man named Kael lived a humble life as a blacksmith's apprentice. He was known for his exceptional strength, his broad shoulders rippling, with muscles as he hammered away at the anvil, shaping raw metal into tools that would serve the community. Kael's laughter echoed through the streets, and his kind heart earned him many friends. However, his life took a devastating turn when the ruthless and power-hungry Lord Ravenswood, driven by jealousy and a thirst for dominance, orchestrated a brutal attack on Ashwood. Lord Ravenswood, a man with a face like chiseled stone and eyes that seemed to bore into the souls of those around him, had long coveted the rich resources and strategic location of Ashwood. He resented the town's independence and the people's refusal to bow to his authority. The final straw came when Kael's father, the renowned blacksmith Aaron, refused Lord Ravenswood's offer to forge exclusive arms for him, citing his duty to serve the people of Ashwood. Enraged by Aaron's defiance, Lord Ravenswood ordered his men to teach the town a lesson. They descended upon Ashwood like a swarm of locusts, burning homes, slaughtering livestock, and cutting down anyone who dared to stand in their way. Kael's family, his parents, his younger sister, and his brother fell victim to the merciless onslaught. The once peaceful streets ran red with blood, and the air was filled with the screams of the innocent. Kael, his body battered and bruised, lay beneath the rubble of his family's forge, his world shattered into a million pieces. He remembered the sound of his mother's voice, calling out to him as the flames consumed their home. He remembered the feel of his father's warm hand. Now lifeless and still, the memories haunted him, fueling a burning vengeance that would drive him for years to come. Miraculously, Kael survived, his body pulled from the wreckage by a group of survivors who had managed to evade Lord Ravenswood's men. They nursed him back to health, and as he regained his strength, Kael's determination grew. He vowed to bring Lord Ravenswood to justice, to make him pay for every life lost, every home destroyed, and every tear shed. Kael spent years honing his combat skills, studying Lord Ravenswood's tactics, and gathering a network of allies. He traveled to distant lands, learning from the greatest warriors and strategists of the time. He fought in battles, earning a reputation as a fierce and formidable fighter. And though he walked among kings and nobles, his heart remained fixed on one goal: revenge. As Kael's power grew, so did his determination. He infiltrated Lord Ravenswood's ranks, manipulating his enemies from within. With each passing day, Kael gathered crucial information, sowed discord, and waited for the perfect moment to strike. He became a ghost, a shadow that haunted Lord Ravenswood's every step. The years passed, and Lord Ravenswood's tyranny grew. He crushed any opposition, exploiting the people and resources of the lands he conquered. But Kael watched and waited, his patience wearing thin. He knew that the day of reckoning was near, and when it came, Lord Ravenswood would face the full fury of the burning vengeance that had driven Kael for so long. The day arrived when Lord Ravenswood, now more tyrannical than ever, planned to execute a group of innocent Ashwood villagers who had dared to speak out against his regime. Kael, disguised as one of Lord Ravenswood's soldiers, infiltrated the execution site. With a fierce battle cry, he turned against his enemies, fighting his way through Lord Ravenswood's men. The clash of steel on steel echoed through the streets as Kael carved a path of destruction, his sword slicing through the ranks of Lord Ravenswood's soldiers. The people of Ashwood, inspired by Kael's bravery, joined the fight, rising up against their oppressors. Together, they overwhelmed Lord Ravenswood's men, and the execution site became a battleground. In the heat of the battle, Kael faced Lord Ravenswood. Their swords clashed, sparks flying as they exchanged blows. Kael's rage and determination proved too much for Lord Ravenswood, and with each strike, he pushed his enemy back. Lord Ravenswood stumbled, his eyes wide with fear, as Kael's sword rose high, ready to deliver the final blow. "You destroyed my family, my home, and my life," Kael growled, his voice like thunder. "You will pay for what you've done." With a final, crushing strike, Kael brought Lord Ravenswood to justice. The tyrant's reign ended in a burst of steel and blood, and the people of Ashwood rejoiced. Kael stood tall, his chest heaving with exhaustion, his sword still trembling with the force of the blow. He had achieved his vengeance, but at what cost? The dust settled. Kael gazed upon the carnage around him. He saw the bodies of the fallen, the survivors' tears, and the scars that would never fully heal. He realized that his quest for revenge had consumed him, driving him to become the very thing he had sought to destroy. The burning vengeance that had fueled him for so long had left its mark, and Kael wondered if he would ever find peace. The people of Ashwood hailed Kael as a hero, a symbol of resistance against tyranny. They begged him to lead them, to help them rebuild and protect their town from future threats. Kael, his heart heavy with the weight of his actions, accepted their plea. He became a guardian, a warrior who fought not for revenge, but for justice and protection. Years went by, and Kael's legend grew. He became a beacon of hope in a world torn apart by conflict and oppression. Though the memories of his past still lingered, Kael found solace in his new role, using his strength to shield the innocent and bring peace to a troubled land. The burning vengeance that had once driven him had transformed into a burning passion for justice, and Kael knew that he would continue to fight, to protect, and to serve until his dying breath.